nearly finished this book and I've completely changed my opinion on it. I need therapy after this book. So I'm gonna start, oh, you're right there climbing on me. Pumpkin Spice Calf. This is by Laurie Gilmore. I've never read anything from her before. Do you want to hold the book? Her aunt has left her a cafe, the Pumpkin Spice Calf, and then she meets this young sexy farmer called Logan, and I'm guessing it's going to be chick lit romance. I'm more than 100 pages into this and it was not what I was expecting at all. So Jeannie has been given this Pumpkin Spice Cafe by her aunt who wants to retire, and then she starts talking to Logan, this sexy farmer, and Logan was stood up by this girl called Lucy, and so he doesn't want to get to know Jeannie because he doesn't want to be heartbroken like Lucy let him heartbroken. I want a book before this. I feel I want the story before of Logan and Lucy, and then at the Christmas tree light up ceremony when the whole town was there, he proposed to Lucy and she said no and ran away. I want that story. But I didn't realise the other books in the series, I haven't bought them, but I looked them up today because I was loving this. I was like, oh, I can't wait to like read on in the series. I'm guessing the next one might be them getting married and what happens with that and everything. The other books in the series are nothing to do with these characters. They're completely different characters who live in the same town. I'm really enjoying it. I love this little bit. Somewhere along the way, she'd forgotten to figure out who she was. She wasn't so much afraid of dying as she was of forgetting to live her life. She'd graduated college all shiny and new, optimistic of her future, and spent the next 7 years having her soul sucked out by a 10-hour day at a time. And now she was, grown up, without a single clue who she was, without someone else demanding every second of her time. And her boss died of a heart attack and she found him. And that's when she thought, like, my life in the big city, do I really want this? Me working myself to death? Or do I want the slower life of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe? There's something going on in the alley and they thought it was a cat, but the noise in the alley is still going on. So she's thinking, is someone kind of playing tricks on me? Horses there are in this field. I don't think I've ever seen this many horses together. Look. I don't even know what this is, like a stables. That's a lot. Oh, that's a lot of horses. Oh. Nearly finished this book and I've completely changed my opinion on it. So up until the fall festival bit where the town has a festival and they have to judge a fancy dress costume, there's been no sex in it. It's just like sexual chemistry and that's it. Now it's gone full on pornographic and it's gross and it's just scene after scene and I just think it's really gross. And I have like a tiny bit to finish and I don't even want to finish it. I will finish it, but it's just like, ew, too much. And then it's like, the bit I was just reading was like, he bit her neck and she squirmed in his arms. It's like, bit her neck? What's going on here? It's all a bit too much, like, bit into her neck. I'm sorry. And it's a bit bossy as well in those scenes. It's like, excuse me, sir, there's two of us in the room. You don't need to boss me around. And he's narrating it, like the talking whilst they're doing, oh, it's too cringe. There's nothing on the front cover. Look how cute that is. There is nothing on the back either because I've reread the back to see, does it say? Does it kind of allude that it's going to go into that like full erotica stuff? Not at all. For example, you want it like this, Jeannie? Against the wall? The question came out rough. gruffer than he meant it. He'd only wanted to know if she was sure about this, that she was comfortable, but it came out like a filthy threat. Why are they talking so much? They're like, you know, in the middle of it. Why are you stopping to have a chat? And it's so annoying because I liked the rest of the story up to that, and now it's gone too much. It's making me feel ill. I actually might have a breakdown over this book. So Norman is someone who works at the cafe, and we found out that he has been terrorising Jeannie and making her feel that someone's going to break in because he wanted the cafe, and he thought that her aunt was going to leave it to him because he'd worked there so long. So her aunt comes back to confront Norman about everything and says, I've always been in love with you, Norman. And he's like, I've always been in love with you too, and they're together now. But he was terrorising her niece. I can't deal with it. And then Logan's in therapy. I need therapy after this book. The beginning of it, I was really enjoying it, as I said, and now it's turned into a completely different book. I have finally finished this book. I hated it. I don't know what happened to it. Before the fall festival, I was enjoying it, and then it took a turn. And not for me. Absolutely not. I'm going to end this video here. I did not enjoy that book at all, but I've started a Mary Higgins Clark book, and I love her books. I think this is my 5th book I've read by her, and I'm loving it. So it hasn't put me in a reading slump. Normally when I read a book I don't like it, but it's been a massive reading slump. But hopefully it's not going to happen this time, and I'm loving the book that I'm currently reading. So I'm probably just going to start filming another reading vlog of like just other books that I get up to reading. Tell me in the comments if you like these reading vlogs. Subscribe to the channel. I do book reviews and vlogs and stuff. I might do a full book review of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but I don't know because it might be a bit too ranty. So tell me if you want me to do a book review, a full video on that book, let me know, and I will see you again soon for another video. Fell through the ground.